evening. I'm Mike Page. Tonight we begin a new club of prestige. A club where only the finest of society are admitted. A club known as the Quarantine Doodle Club. And you are invited. So won't you please join me in tonight's entry of the Quarantine Doodle Club.
Oh, hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Quarantine Doodle Club. I'm Mike Page, your host, and today we're going to be drawing a space shuttle as we blast off into space. So, go grab your drawing supplies, let's get strapped in, and prepare for launch sequence. Here we go. Okay, we've got yesterday's helicopter over to the side there, but you can disregard that. I'm going to be starting right near the top and making sort of a pencil that's been sharpened weird. So it's kind of pointed, but then it rounds off and comes down. And at the very top there, I'll make a triangle so that it looks like that pencil. Next, I'm going to begin the space shuttle. So for that, I'm going to come over and down. So it's kind of like I'm making a letter A that's sort of pulled out right here and then coming straight down from that. Then from there, you're going to go down as long as you'd like to make your space shuttle. I'm going to stop right about here. Thank goodness, too, because that way it just barely fits on screen, I'm realizing. So this is going to be our space shuttle piggybacking on the main fuel tank. At the bottom here, I'm going to go ahead and make the line that will be the tail of the space shuttle. And it's relatively long. And the edge of that tail is black. Now, just before the edge of the tail, I'm going to make the base of the, I guess these are thrusters. This is where the fire is going to be coming out. And up about here, I'm going to make a line out. And then we're going to connect these to the main part of the shuttle, like that. And these thrusters also need to get connected, so we're going to go like that. And there's actually one more thruster that's behind the tail fin right here. So once you make that one, you're going to go up like that. And then you can kind of scribble across on these. If you're coloring this later on, this will all be black down here. Next, I'm going to put wings on the shuttle. So I'm right-handed, so I'm going to make the left one first. That way when I come over to this side, I can see what I already made, and hopefully I will make it symmetrical. If you are left-handed, I would recommend doing the right one first for the same reason. That way you'll be able to see what you already made when you go to make the next one. So I'm going to do the left side first, and we're staying pretty close to the shuttle until we get down to about here. Then I'm going to jump down right about where this bends. I'm going to make a straight line out. This will be the bottom of the shuttle wing. And actually, you can go ahead and do that on the other side while you're at it. And I'll go ahead and make this line. Next, I'm going to curve out just a tiny bit from the bottom of that angle. Then from the edge of my wing, I'm going to come up a tiny bit, and I'm also coming in towards the shuttle slightly as I go up. Not a lot, just a little bit. Next, I'm going to connect these two lines, and you don't want a sharp angle right here, so I'm going to round off the wing and then aim towards that line. So I don't want a sharp point right here. There we go. At the very bottom of our wing, we're going to make a line going across. And inside of that, we're going to make several lines coming down all the way across there. Then I'm going to add some flaps here. And again, hopefully they come out pretty symmetrically. If yours isn't actually flying into space, it's okay if it's a little bit off. If you are planning on traveling to space in it, you'll want to make sure it's very symmetrical. That way when you're returning from space, you'll have a safe landing. Next, we need to create the cockpit area, which is going to be right about in here. So this is essentially the windshield that the astronauts look out of. And it's basically a series of windows. And you can fill that in black as you go. Then way up at the very top, we're going to fill this in black as well, the nose of the shuttle. And we'll make one more line coming across like that, and it curves just a little bit. Next, we need two more small windows at the top. About like that. These are small square windows. And we'll put a flag on our shuttle. If you're coloring yours in at home, I'm sure you already know that these colors will be red, white, and blue. And next we'll make the NASA logo over here. And I'm not going to worry about writing out the word and all that. We're just going to get the idea of it. And we need our heat protection on the front edge of our wings. So I'm going to go ahead and add that. Again, this way your shuttle will have a safe return to Earth. And this all gets filled in black. Whoops, hopefully you stay inside the lines. I looked away for a second, I went right outside the line there. Sometimes that happens. All right. Once you have this done, your shuttle is finished. So now we just have to get back to that main fuel tank. I'm realizing mine really should have been slightly wider. So I'm going to go ahead and make it come out just a tiny bit more right here. Basically, you just want to make sure that the edges of the fuel tank are coming down right about here. That's how wide you want your fuel tank. Then I'm going to make one line across right here, just above the shuttle nose. And we'll need 2 more boosters on the side. Those do not go as tall as the first fuel tank. So those are going to be right about where the nose of the shuttle is. We're going to come up, make another pencil. This one is not rounded like this. This one is more like a pencil or a crayon shape. So go ahead and make a pencil or a crayon on the side of your fuel tank. Just like that. And we're going to put a couple lines on it going down the length of it. And you can go ahead and make the bottom of it poking out down here. And then we're going to put a couple lines on it like this. Then we're ready for the other one. Now, you might remember before I said because I'm right-handed I make the left one first. I wasn't thinking when I started this this booster here. So now I have a challenge. I'm going to have to do my best to make it symmetrical, except you'll notice my hand is blocking my view of what the other one looks like. So now it's going to be a little bit trickier making them symmetrical. And then I'm going to make these lines coming across, and I'm going to try to have them at the same heights and distances that the other ones were at. Like that. And then again, we'll come down here, put these lines like this on the bottom of our booster. And now for the fun part. Now you get to make it taking off. So we're going to have some fire coming out here. If you're coloring this in, this will be like a bright orange and yellow. And we're going to want some fire coming out right here. Oops. Sorry, I'm realizing that it's not even in the picture. So these are just kind of scribbly lines. I might actually have to kind of bend the paper up like this to do the next part. So lastly, this is the part that I really enjoy making. We're going to make the plume of smoke that's billowing up. I'm making mine right at launch. If you want yours up in space, then just, well, it wouldn't be all the way in space yet with the boosters still attached. But if you want yours already off the ground, you can go ahead and just make the trails of fire and long trails of smoke. If you want yours launching off, then we're going to just do some quick billowing smoke like this. Kind of like how you draw clouds, but don't forget to make some of them really kind of jump out like that. My grandparents live in Florida, close to where the shuttle launches happen, and one of my favorite things as a kid was when my grandfather would take us out on the Banana River in the boat to go watch the shuttle launches. It's one of the coolest things you'll ever see. Very loud. All right. We made it, guys. I hope you enjoyed following along as we drew our space shuttle. Never mind the helicopters there. That was yesterday. Today, we did a space shuttle. I hope you enjoyed following along. Don't forget to tune in the rest of this week for more Transportation Week. And wait till you see what else we've got planned. Whoa! Oh my goodness. Okay, see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.